Hey everybody, this is Bumpy Gaming back here once again. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, ever since I posted that video of me getting a PlayStation 5 for my birthday, I haven't really been active. And, today it's already been 2 years since I started this damn channel, and lots happened in 2 years, for better or worse. Yeah, anyways, so yeah, I figured I'll do a video showcasing my PlayStation 4 and 5 game collections. And if there's any interest, I might do more follow-up videos in the future. All right, so first I'm gonna go over physical games here. We're gonna do PlayStation 4 first, and then move on to PS5, and then show what's on my PS5, like on the what I own digitally. All right, so first up we got Dragon Ball Fighters. Now, I'm just gonna be straight up with you right now. I'm not a big Dragon Ball person, nor am I into most anime for that matter. But I have friends who play this, and they say it's pretty good. And I saw it at a store for like $10, so I figure, it's a bargain. Yeah, as opposed to paying full price for video games nowadays. Like, geez, $70? What the fuck? I mean, PS4 would have been like 60, but still, I haven't really played much of this copy. I've played other people's copies. There were people in my college who played this a lot. It's fun for what it is. I never really won any matches, but figured I'd get my own copy. Maybe I'll get better at the game. Might even do a Fighting Game Sundays video on it at some point. Lord knows I haven't done that in a while. Okay, we got Dragon Ball Fighters there. Next up, we got The Last of Us Remastered. Yeah, I know. I'm just going to tell you right now, I don't have Last of Us Part 2. I want to get it, but I don't have Last of Us Part 2. Nor do I have the PS5 remake, Last of Us Part 1. And the reason I don't have that ties into the whole $70 joke that I made before. Because we got Last of Us Remastered here. Yeah, I just really want to get into more video games, honestly. As you can tell, I got this from GameStop. Yeah, I just want to get into more video games, and prior to me getting a PS5 and Xbox, I was just stuck with Nintendo. They only make so many games for the Switch now that I felt like I had to invest in the newer systems, Yeah, Last of Us Remastered. I've heard nothing but great things about The Last of Us, so I figured I would maybe give this a shot. Maybe I should get into more PlayStation games. Because I've been a Nintendo bitch all my life. It's time to expand my horizons a little bit, And Ashley Johnson, the voice of Ellie over here, she's also the voice of Tulip in Book 1 of Infinity Train. Most of you watching probably knew that already, but figured it would be a little fun fact to share. Yeah, that's Last of Us Remastered. I actually haven't played this yet. I gotta find a good day to do so, because I've heard this game is amazing. Alright, next up we got Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection. Yeah, I'm a bit of a Mega Man guy. In case the Mega Man X picture on my YouTube banner wasn't a dead giveaway. Yeah, this is a compilation of Mega Man 0, 02, 03, and 04, which were all on Game Boy Advance, ZX and ZX Advent, which came out on Nintendo DS. What's interesting, about Nintendo DS, like the console had like two screens, so it had a very unique way of of making games. And you know what? I've emulated Nintendo DS games. It doesn't really translate the best, in my opinion, whether it be computer or on tablet, but I don't think this game is very reliant on like the touchscreen compared to say like Bowser's Inside Story. Yeah, so I think it was smart of them to choose games that, as far as I can tell, aren't very reliant on the touchscreen. If there are any console versions of DS games that are reliant on the touchscreen, please let me know, because I figure I could use some. Like, I'm trying to like perfect, not really perfect DS emulation, but get it in the best form that I can. Yeah, so if any of you guys have any opinions on what I could do, I would love to hear them. Or maybe games that, or maybe like ports of DS games to console that actually make use of the touchscreen controls fairly well. It doesn't have to be. This sounds, yeah, yes, this sounds as complicated as the way I'm describing it, and confusing too. But yeah, no, I like Mega Man, so I figured I'd get this. And the Zero games, kind of wish they had a rewind feature for those. I like having that, and I know they're coming out with a Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection, and since all those games came out on Game Boy Advance, I'm hoping that has a rewind feature as well. I know the first Mega Man Legacy Collection, like the classic Legacy Collection, like that had a rewind feature, but all the other ones didn't. So I'm hoping, because GBA is like lower end hardware, I'm hoping they include a rewind feature for the Battle Network Legacy Collection. When are we getting a release date on that? Anyway, next up for PS4, I got Persona 5. Yeah, same reason I got Last of Us. I just want to get into more games and stuff. I got Persona 5 there. And plus, Joker is a character I like using in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. He's not one of my mains, but I get a lot of mileage out of him. I got a lot of mileage out of him. Like when he came out as a DLC fighter, he was like the only character I played for a good while. Yeah, then Terry Bogard came out and changed everything. Yeah, Persona 5, I've actually played a little bit of this already. It's actually really fun. I like the whole style of it. It's really not, really, when you think about it, it's not like a traditional RPG. Like, you can, like, roam around freely and shit. Like, in the hub, I mean, I guess you could do that in other RPGs as well, but there's something about Persona that makes it unique. I feel like I had to play more of it to get a better understanding of that phrase. But yeah, another reason I got a PlayStation was so I could play Persona 5, and because it wasn't on Switch at the time when Joker came out for Smash, but now it is coming to Switch, I think in October, like Persona 5 Royal they're doing. I think they're doing a PS5 upgrade of it as well, so yeah, maybe I'll pick it up. Yeah, I could have like a Persona 5 on the go. I'm surprised they didn't make it sooner when Joker actually came out for Smash. Yeah, it's like how they announced Kingdom Hearts for Switch after Sora was revealed for Smash. But those are cloud games. Believe me, we'll talk about those in a second. All right. Next up is a game I'm actually really loving so far. Marvel's Spider-Man. It's actually another reason I wanted to get a PlayStation, because Spider-Man is actually my favorite superhero. And I know they just released this on Steam recently. But I have a PC, and I don't really like using up all the gigabytes. It's kind of a hassle for me to always uninstall and reinstall programs on PC. Whereas PlayStation and Xbox and all those other consoles, like, they have so much space, you could fill it up with as many games as you like. Yeah, I got a Spider-Man here, which is actually a really good game. There's another one I've heard nothing but great things about. And it's one I've been excited for a while. Again, because Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. So, Insomniac Games, they're really killing it with the Marvel games that they were making. Then the reason they're called Insomniac is because they just stay up playing nothing but games. Well, actually, when I say it that way, it feels like they're working under crunch, which I don't know if that's true. I don't want to make any accusations, so we're moving on. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. I haven't really played a lot of the Uncharted games yet, but a friend of mine gave me his copy of Uncharted 3 on PlayStation 3. I have a small PS3 collection. So maybe if I get more games, I'll do a collection video on that. But, I figured Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, and then Uncharted 4, A Thief's End I have here. So, might as well complete the collection. Maybe I'll play the games at some point. Or even watch the Uncharted movie that came out earlier this year. Is that any good, by the way? I like Tom Holland as, again, Spider-Man. So I wonder if he did good in Uncharted. I've heard mixed things about it. As that's most of what you hear with video game movies. Oh, speaking of video game movies. Yeah, that's Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. And the final PS4 game I have is Uncharted the Nathan Drake Collection, which is a compilation of Drake's Fortune, Among Thieves, and Drake's Deception. Reason I got this was because, as of right now, my PlayStation 3, the HDMI port doesn't work anymore, and I really don't want to play those games in AV quality, so I'm actually waiting to get a new PS3, until I have money to invest in a new PS3. Yes, and one with a working HDMI cable. That way I could play my PS3 game, and then in the meantime I have this to hold me over. Drake's Fortune, Monk Thieves, Drake's Deception. Yeah, I don't think they really changed much aside from upscaling the HD. Or I know that came out wrong. Upscaling the graphics, I mean. Yeah, so there's the disc and Uncharted 4: Thief's End. You know, if I'm gonna get all the Uncharted games, I should get Lost Legacy, which is also on PS4. And then I know they came out with a Legacy of Thieves collection on PS5. So it'd be nice to do a little, just start a little collection there. Hold on, why is the disc not getting in there? Come on, there you go. Yeah, Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. Alright, that's it for PlayStation 4 games. Now let's go on to PS5, starting with Guardians of the Galaxy. This, from what I've played so far, is really fun. And, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy is, like, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 are some of my favorite movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm really excited for Guardians 3 to come out next year. Although, I am worried about it. I am slightly worried about it, considering how Thor: Love and Thunder kind of turned out. I love that movie, but a lot of people didn't, so I do worry a bit. Maybe Guardians 3 is going to get that same reception, which would be a bummer, because that's one I'm really looking forward to. That and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Not to mention, like, Avengers: The Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. I don't know if they should make 2 Avengers movies in the same year, especially when it's kind of taking a toll on their VFX artists, but whatever. Guardians of the Galaxy, pretty good game so far. Square Enix, yeah, I know they have a very unique way of making games, but this, from what I've played so far, is pretty good. And I've heard good things about this, because I know Square Enix also made, like, the Avengers video game, which I've heard mixed things on, so I don't know if maybe I should get that as well. We'll see. And, you know, I didn't want to get this on Switch because it's a cloud version. And, you know, cloud games don't... Like cloud games have a track record of not running that great. And I've heard this one in particular is no exception. And that's what I said about Kingdom Hearts earlier. I heard the Switch versions of those are atrocious. Like, this I can understand, you know. It's a little more high-end, so I can understand if maybe they couldn't get it running on Switch. Like, at least Guardians has a reason. At least the Switch version of Guardians has a reason to be a cloud version. But Kingdom Hearts, you know, those are all, I mean, Kingdom Hearts 3, maybe I can understand, but the other ones, like, those are PlayStation 3 ports of PlayStation 2 games, you know, those should be able to run on Switch with no problem. Like, look at how much PS3, like, look at how much, I think that was, like, 7th gen or 6th, whatever gen that was, like, look at how well that stuff runs on the Switch. That was originally on, like, PS3. You know, you can do it, you know. I don't know why you have to do... I mean, I guess maybe it's too much of an investment, but that doesn't mean the entire fucking video game industry should do cloud versions of games from now on. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, good game from what I played so far. And speaking of Square Enix, I would also like to get a Final Fantasy VII Remake at some point. And I also got to do Dragon Quest XI S, but I have that on the Switch, so that's not going to be in this video. Yeah, I got to play the rest of that. Anyway, I'm going off topic. I'll talk more about that if I ever do a Switch collection video. Anyway, moving on. Pac-Man World Repack by Bandai Namco. I am really not used to that new logo of theirs. Really wish all companies would stop oversimplifying their logos. Yeah, this game is really good. You know, a remaster of a classic PlayStation 1 game. You know, remakes of games from, you know, they're remaking all the games from, like, the late 90s and early 2000s, which, honestly, that's kind of my personal favorite era of gaming. You know, there was so much good stuff coming out of that time. Like, even the licensed games from that era were pretty good. Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated is pretty great so far. I have that on Switch. I'm really hoping at some point we get a remaster of, well, Pac-Man World 2 would be nice. You know, that's a classic. But going back to licensed games, I really hope we can get a remaster of Simpsons Hit and Run someday. It would be pretty cool. Yeah, Pac-Man World Repack is really fun from what I've played so far. Might even play a little bit later today if I'm feeling up to it. Maybe even a Let's Play at some point, if any of y'all would like to see that. Or any of the other games I've shown or are about to show in this video. Yeah, Pac-Man World Repack. And, you know, Namco, I know they also did Klonoa remasters recently. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting those at some point. Yeah, I feel like it could be fun. All right, so I'm just gonna move this aside. I don't really have much else to say. Next up, I got Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart on PlayStation 5. Yeah, cause yeah, I got this for $35, which, $35 for a PlayStation exclusive, or like a first party PlayStation game, as opposed to like 70. That's a pretty good bargain, I'd say. It was from a secondhand store. Pac-Man World Repack wasn't from a secondhand store. It was from Best Buy, but sorry. Sorry about that. Pac-Man World Repack I bought at Best Buy, but it was like $30, which it's a bargain compared to the $70 that Sony sometimes charges. I haven't played much of this game yet, but I've been wanting to get into Ratchet and Clank, so I feel like maybe this could be a good start, or any game in the series for that matter. Yeah. And I would also like to get the game based off the movie. Even if it's not very good, I would like to play more Ratchet and Clank stuff. Because the movie I thought was mediocre, but the game seemed fun, so people seem to like them, so I figure I'll give them a shot. Next up, we got Sackboy: A Big Adventure. This one was a little more expensive from a secondhand store. I think it was like $50. But still, compared to like 70, it's still a pretty decent bargain, I reckon. And I absolutely love Little Big Planet, so... I used to love Little Big Planet back on my dad's back when I played on my dad's PS3. The Little Big Planet always holds a special place in my heart. And so when I heard they were making a platformer with Sackboy, I had to get it. I haven't played this yet, though, but I've heard good things about it. People say it's like better than a side game has any right to be, so just put that to the side. Next up, another game I'm loving so far. Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales. There is also the PS4 version. I think Sackboy also has a PS4 version. I could be wrong, but this one I know for a fact also has a PS4 version. But come on, you got the latest hardware. You want to take advantage of it. This one I didn't pay any money for. It was a birthday gift from my father. Yeah, it's better than giving money to Sony and their overpriced bullshit. Yeah, this game is also really great from what I've played so far. And when I say play, I mean just swinging around the city as Spider-Man. Yeah, I've yet to do any of the other story stuff. Same with the first Spider-Man game. And they're coming out with Spider-Man 2, which I'm really excited for. I think Venom's supposed to be the villain in that. And not only that, but Insomniac in particular is working with Marvel to do a Wolverine game, which that should be pretty fun. I like Wolverine. I may not like the X-Men movies that much, but Wolverine's a good character. I liked Logan, which that was an excellent movie. Muy bien. Days of Future Past was pretty good, though. The final physical PlayStation 5 game I have is Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, which this one was only like $20. Again, opposed to 70, that's a bargain. Well, because this game was also pre-owned, so... Yeah, I tend to only buy... I really only buy games if they're like... If they're like discounted or they're at a low price or anything like that. Only because I'm kind of tired of companies overpricing their stuff. Ugh, I gotta get that in there. There we go. Yeah, I'm getting really tired of overpriced games. Like, video games, like, they become such a serious investment nowadays. It kind of pisses me off a little. But, and considering, especially with Nintendo, like, they overprice their games like crazy. It could be like Mario Strikers or something, and they'll still give it a $60 price tag. And I'm going to make a bold prediction that their next home console is going to have $70 games. Yeah, and if you don't enjoy the game, then that's $70 down the drain, which that's a lot of fucking money for a video game. Anyways, yeah, those are all the physical PS4 and 5 games I have. Let's go on to digital. Okay, as for my digital PS5 games, I've got Astro's Playroom right there, which came with the system, so... it's pretty fun, actually. For a tech demo, yeah, it's pretty alright. Frustrating at points, but that's really the case with any game. And we got Dreams, which I wanted to get this because, like for the whole creative factor of it, like you can basically make your own games within Dreams. So I thought it was pretty fun. I played a couple that are actually really good. So Hotel Transylvania: Scary Tale Adventures, which is for Volume 2 of Shovelware House. Yeah, so and Little Big Planet 3, which again, I have an attachment to Little Big Planet 1 and 2. Oh, but they don't make PS3 games available unless you're subscribed to their online service. You gotta stream those bitches. Not really a fan of that. So yeah, I got Little Big Planet 3 here. And the reason I got this digitally and Dreams is because most of the game's features are online, so I figured it would make more sense to, have the digital version. That's probably a piss poor explanation, but whatever. Yeah, so Little Big Planet 3. I love the whole creative factor of it, and with Dreams as well. Let's see what else. My Little Pony: Maritime Bay Adventure, also for Shovelware House. Sonic Origins, after I made the mistake of buying it on Steam, where it lags like a bitch. I mean, I know you can get mods to erase the lag, but I shouldn't need mods to enjoy a video game. Yeah, I got this on PS5 only because I've regretted buying it on Steam. And it actually, the menus run so much better. The games themselves run fine on Steam, it's just the menus that lag like crazy, but everything runs pretty well on Sonic Origins. Even if it's still a bare bones compilation, it's good for what it is. And I heard Sonic Frontiers is also going to have Denuvo injected in it, so I'm not getting that on Steam. I'm not making the same mistake twice. Actually, what I'm thinking is doing a first impressions video on Sonic Frontiers and using the PS5 for it. Yeah, so that should be pretty cool. And finally, the very first game I got on this PS5, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. And this game is actually really fun. I used to love the Ninja Turtles back when I was in middle school. And then I see this game, it looks really fun. So I decided, hey, I'll try it, and I'm loving it so far. It's got 6-player support, and it's a nice little throwback to the old Ninja Turtle arcade games from Konami. So I thought that was pretty cool. And going back to Shovelware House for a minute, I got Hotel Transylvania: My Little Pony here. I also would like to get Ugly Dolls and Imperfect Adventure. See, I would have started working on Shovelware House by now, but I still need to get the Ugly Dolls game for the video. And it's not on any of the digital stores, so maybe I'll get a copy on eBay or Amazon or something. Maybe a PS4 version, who knows? Yeah, so, and I'm going on vacation soon, so expect Shovelware House to come out sometime in October of this year. But yeah, that's gonna just about do it for my PlayStation 4 and 5 video game collections. This is Bumpy Gaming going back under the bed. And remember, there are fates worse than death, such as not being able to buy Ugly Dolls of all things. How imperfect of a world we live in.